Bonjour, on se retrouve sur un live sur Genshin. Hop. Et aujourd'hui on va finir l'événement du coup, qui n'est pas celui-là, qui est celui-là, voilà. On va finir cet événement et puis voilà. Il reste 2 quêtes d'histoire de l'événement à faire et puis on l'a terminé. Ça devrait aller. Et puis si on a le temps, pourquoi pas commencer celle-là, mais il faut terminer la quête de monde, ça c'est chiant. J'ai pas le temps. J'ai pas le temps pour terminer la quête du monde.
Be still.
Ah, bonjour Sienne. Comment tu vas? Tu peux pas me parler sur ta tablette, quoi? D'accord. C'est bizarre. Encore un problème avec ta tablette. Du coup, t'es sur ton téléphone. Ah. J'ai même pas de son aussi. Sur ta tablette, t'as pas de son non plus? D'accord. C'est bizarre, hein. Je crois que ta tablette elle est en train de mourir, Océane, hein. Je suis pas sûr, mais je crois, hein. Je sais pas, bah ouais. Elle s'est dit j'ai trop fait aujourd'hui. Aujourd'hui, pourtant tu l'as pas utilisé aujourd'hui. Ce matin un peu. Hmm. D'accord. Bah laissez-le sur le côté, elle va fonctionner hein, comme d'hab. Elle fait ça tout le temps.
Add ast. Thank you for add ast.
Ah bah d'accord. Tu squattes son ordinateur en plus. Ah, bravo. Tant pis. T'as besoin de ton tel. D'accord. Allez, on va farm pour Naïda. Il me manque un artefact pour elle. Voilà. C'est la coupe Dendro, DGT Dendro, voilà. C'est chiant à voir. Je l'ai en violet, mais il me le faut en doré, en 4 étoiles. Mais il me le faut en 5 étoiles. Donc voilà, j'arrive pas.
You are not welcome.
Emerge right here. Out of my way.
Attempt back.
Share my knowledge. Nothing lasts forever. Emerge right now, right here. Stand with me.
Attends, il y a un problème là. Ouais, je n'ai pas fait de résine condensée. D'accord. La dernière fois que je les ai utilisés, j'en ai pas fait. C'est original. Du coup, je peux en faire que 3. Oh, fait chier. C'est chiant, c'est chiant.
You are not welcome.
Emerge right here, right now.
Be still. Kamisato. Sumeru.
Make yourselves at home. Emerge right now. Our bond is strong.
You are not welcome here.
Right here. Emerge. I'll settle this. A sight to behold. Right now. Emerge. Right here.
Be still.
Stand with me.
Toujours pas.
You are not welcome here. Adepts back.
Emerge. Right now. Our bond is strong. Share my knowledge. Emerge. Nothing lasts forever. Right here, right now. Emerge.
Allez, une dernière fois du coup.
You are not welcome here.
Right here. Emerge.
Cascade. Mine today testing my patience.
I'll settle this. The Temple of Wisdom. Right here. Right now. A sight to behold.
Oui, allô, bonsoir, c'est moi. Comment ça va? Tu m'entends? Non, elle m'entend pas. Ah, c'est bon. Si. Ok. On va se soigner et puis on peut commencer l'événement. C'est parti. C'est qu'il faut aller, c'est là-bas. Ok, bah non, vas-y.
Is it me, or are the bags under your eyes even darker than during the last round?
Thanks for the concern, Kaveh. Even though I try to fall asleep, I can't get the championship out of my head.
Ta tablette remarche, bah tant mieux.
It's morning again.
I know the feeling. That happens to me too when I'm agonizing over my blueprints.
Do you have any tips for dealing with that?
To be honest with you, no.
Ouais, tant mieux qu'elle
I could
remarche
say
sa
there are
tablette.
many things that don't have a quick
Je
fix.
sais pas que ça
and
coûte
can
cher,
only
mais
be
un peu.
endured. I suppose you can think of it as something akin to an illness. Sometimes there's no effective cure. I don't know what's stressing you out, but I can feel all the anxiety and pressure coming from you. The next round's about to start, so chin up and do your best.
Oh, okay. You do your best.
Looks like everyone's here. I will now explain the second round to
Deuxième
you all.
épreuve, qu'est-ce que c'est?
There are 3 leyline disruptors buried in the area around Aru village. These devices can imitate the effects of leyline disruption and will constantly interfere with the environment. Your goal, the first 3 who manage to finish this task will be awarded 4, 3, and 2. Note that each person may only bring a set amount of food and water with them, and that leaving the designated competition...
Well, what do you think? Want to team up again? I shall consider letting you have the points on account of what happened in the previous round.
That's all right. I've been here many times, and in any case, machines are one of my specialties. I doubt this will be
It's good to see such confidence in a youngster like yourself. I also happen to be well acquainted with this place. Let's see, but aside from us, you should remember that there's a favorite for champion. A favorite to win? Shh! Not so loud. He took first place in the previous round, and if he does so again this time, we may as well declare this. I heard that you solved the Avidya Forest's leyline effluence problem with him not long ago. Since this round involves resolving a machine-simulated leyline disruption, it should be a simple matter for him.
That's true. It does look like his odds of winning are...
He already has Kale, who is an excellent pupil. If he were to win this round as well, as his senior, it's my solemn duty to prevent such an inequitable arrangement.
I'll get going as well.
How are you feeling?
I think I'm okay, but I'll take things slowly for now.
Is this all the water we're getting?
Sorry, that's what the rules say. While this round seems to be about how quickly you can shut down the devices, it's also testing your ability to survive in tough conditions.
I knew it'd be harder than I had expected. So we'll either need to find the devices as quickly as possible, or we'll have to save our energy and wait.
You're welcome. Please take care of yourself.
Well, there goes everybody. So, who should we visit this time? Oh, right! Didn't Farozan say that Tainar... Hey, Tainari? Huh? Weird. The locator says that he... Tainari! Can you hear us? You're right! Huh? Oh no. Tainari, are you okay?
It's...
Oh, so you passed out because of the heat. Are you not used to get...
that's right. I usually bring lots of water when I go to the desert. I went through all my water very quickly, and with the effects of the disturbed ley lines, my ancestors, the Voluka Shuna, were originally from the desert. But I guess this is what happens when a species migrates.
This isn't the time for a history lesson. Let's get you some more...
Humans. Such fragile beings. Your bodies can't even survive extreme changes in the environment. Here, take this.
Are you serious? This had better be just normal water. Hey! Paimon really doesn't get that guy. What's he up to?
I'm feeling a little better now.
Oh, it wasn't just the two of us. Just now.
Found you at last.
Sino, you're here too.
I was concerned, so I came back to check on you. Will you be able to go?
The fur on my tail is so dry, it's practically been singed. It appears I'm not suited to this particular round. I should probably just return to Aru Village and rest.
Really? So you're backing out?
Yes. I do have my results in the first round to serve as a buffer, so even if I forfeit this round, withdrawing now will allow me to conserve my energy. Continuing to push onward would be counterproductive.
A wise decision.
Oh, stop trying to be so polite. Come on. now, Tainari. Do you want to rest some more?
There's some shade here, so we can stop for a while.
All right.
Oh, Sino and Tainari. And you've...
Oh, hey, Layla!
Yeah, the sun was too... What about you?
Unfortunately not. I'm not quite as capable as I thought.
Withdraw? Can you even do that?
I believe the rules do provide for such a situation. Alhaitham did say that the act of leaving the competition grounds would result in disqualification.
Didn't I ask you if you were all right before this? If you had just decided to withdraw then, you wouldn't have had to suffer.
Well, I had to try, didn't I? So I tried, and it didn't work out. When I get back, I'm definitely going to make a batch of sun-resistant oil. Next time I venture into the desert, I'll be prepared. By the way, you're Layla, aren't you? You don't...
I did feel a little faint when I first entered the desert, but I feel...
Be careful not to push yourself.
Don't worry.
Feeling the pressure?
Uh-huh. You can...
Your expression is similar to the ones I see on criminals' faces.
To tell you the truth, I'm still not sure whether I have what it takes to Most people voted for me because of all the rumors surrounding me, and to be honest, those rumors don't really mean anything. Even the people who usually criticize me voted for me this time.
So their expectations are putting pressure on you.
Yes. Actually, I heard that you were voted in as well, Tainari.
To be completely honest, I don't really feel any pressure. Firstly, those who expect things from you do not necessarily do so for benign reasons. On the other hand, those who do consider your feelings certainly wouldn't want you to push yourself. Next, we are researchers. Our primary duty is to interact with knowledge, not to meet up. As for me, I took part in this competition to advertise for an academic lecture at Gandharvaville next month. I'll obviously try my best during the competition. I think you can also try to find a clearly defined goal.
I understand.
I'm absolutely parched.
I've still got some water with me.
No, I'll be all right. We aren't far from Aru village, so I can go the rest of the way myself.
Yes.
Hey, don't talk like that. I'm not dead, Sino. Everyone, I'll be heading back now.
I'll continue searching for the ley line disruptors.
Are you feeling better now, Layla?
Yeah, I feel like some of the weight has been... It's been a long time since I first left my hometown to come to the academia. And all sorts of complex astrological models, countless quizzes, and essays that took all my brain power to barely finish. Each of those things are like when I was chosen as my Darshan's representative, it felt like another boulder was added to the ones already rolling behind me. Every time I close my eyes... Yeah, I think that's what Tainari was trying to tell. You're our good friends, which is why you didn't stop him from dropping out of this round.
That's right! No need to feel so down!
That said, he did also say that he hopes I could have more concrete goals for taking part. Anyway, I won't take up any more of your time. You still have to record the other...
True. We should go look for the others. Now, who's left?
You could go see how Madame Farozan's doing. I've heard that she's...
Okay, let's go look for...
Allez, allons voir Farouzan. Farouzan, elle est où? Elle est là-bas. Franchement, cet événement de tournoi, il est ennuyant un peu.
You're just in time. I'm about...
Oh, you found the ley line disruptor already?
Such a simple problem could never confound me. Not long after entering the desert, I discovered a primal construct that was acting abnormally, so I followed it all the way here. Once I got near here, it suddenly disappeared. Something unusual must be.
You're a true expert, Madame Faruzan. You know what to do right away.
Well, I do happen to have more experience than most. But that aside, has anyone completed this
Nope, not yet.
Well then, I suppose I'll be the first. What about that boy Tiny? Oh? And why's that?
He's not used to being out and about in the desert.
Huh. I didn't think he would have such a weakness. I suppose he could use a bit. What about the others? Is that Ratawahist girl still a bundle of nerves?
Tainari gave Layla some advice, and she seems to be doing a lot better now. Sino just started his search for the disruptors, and
what about Kaveh? Has he found a ley line disruptor yet?
Paimon doesn't think so, or our locators would have already...
Strange. What's he lollygagging for? With his skills, you should have heard something from him by... Well, I'm afraid the most thrilling moments are already done here.
D'accord. Allons voir Kaveh.
Come on, stop following me! I already gave you all the food I had on me. You can cry all you want. I don't have any more food. All I have left is a half bottle of water, and I can't... Without water, traveling in the desert will be incredibly difficult. And I still need to... Merak, can you help me out here? Keep them away.
Kaveh, there you are! Faruzan told us to come see how you're doing.
Just thinking about it makes me upset. Not long after I entered the desert, I was accosted by these fellows. I don't know why, but they didn't leave the competition grounds. And now the ley line disruptions have left them confused and circling around the area. The moment they saw me, they wouldn't leave me alone. They even cheated me out of my limited food supply. Hey, didn't I ask you to keep them away?
Kaveh, is this flying metal thingy yours?
That's right. This is my toolbox, Merak.
Your toolbox? Huh. It seems pretty fancy.
Sometimes I need to carry things when I go out, so it's handy to have a portable toolbox.
Well, this definitely doesn't look like an ordinary toolbox.
It's a long story. When I was working in the desert, I ran into a merchant group who had a machine core they excavated from some tomb. It was clearly from King Deshret's civilization. His technology still isn't fully understood, and Kasharawar has many different opinions on this topic. Our current theories cannot explain such mysteries. Upon seeing such a rare, complete specimen before me, I forked over all the mora on my person to purchase it. Some time back, I wanted to make an automated case that could store my offloaded items. With that core, I created Merak. It can't understand commands that are too complex, but it can serve as my assistant and help me with things like mapping and surveying. Most importantly, it can't talk, so it can't give me any... Oh, yes. Thanks for helping hide the fact that I live at Alhatham's place earlier. I hope this season of my life ends soon, so I can get things back on track. Things just started going downhill at some point. Maybe it all started when my mom remarried and left for Fontaine. Maybe it all started when I spoke to Alhatham in the library. Or maybe it's because constructing the Palace of Alcazarzaray burned through my funds. I'm still paying off the debt from that one. Oh, when's this going to end?
Ah, salut Anna. Comment ça va?
Now Now that I think about it, it's not like any of you asked to be trapped in a ley line disruption.
C'est bon parce qu'il y en a un peu
let me
honte.
get you all out.
Ouais. Ah oui, c'est vrai, parce qu'il y a plus de maison, bah, il vit à la rue, quoi. Donc ouais, ok, oui, je vois. Je vois pourquoi est-ce qu'il a honte.
Kaveh, aren't you going to look for the ley line disruptors?
Yes, but I can't just leave them here, can I? Oh, forget it. The more I think about this, the more I feel a headache coming on. I'll get back to searching once I get them out of here.
Oh, un peu. Très fatigué, hein, surtout. Malgré ces jours fériés et tout, ça n'en finit pas, je n'en peux plus.
Kaveh looks like he's conflicted. He really wants to win, but he can't ignore those he wants to help. Paimon's always felt like he's the type who easily gets himself in. Paimon doesn't mean this in an insulting way, but he seems like the kind of
Bientôt la
guy
fin des
who'd
cours,
be
ouais.
really easy to take advantage of.
Ouais, bah après, moi, il me reste, allez, on va dire 1 mois à peu près. Et après, j'ai mon épreuve de philo et mon cours oral, et puis c'est fini, donc bon. Voilà.
Right? Wonder who it is.
Je pense que c'est Nomade qui a... Enfin, Nomade. Moi, il s'appelle No Name, mais je crois que c'est Nomade qui a gagné. Voilà, petite prédiction, on verra si c'est lui.
Verification complete. Congratulations on being this round's first winner, Sino.
Assassino.
Ooh, so
Ouais, je fais l'event. On l'avait commencé mercredi dernier, et là on va le finir aujourd'hui. Volo volo. Non. Sérieusement, non. Je suis pas fan de l'histoire de cet event. En vrai, les mini-jeux ils sont sympas, mais l'histoire, elle est un peu chiante.
We know a lot about ley lines, so finding a disruptor was never going to be.
Since the Traveler and Paimon also happen to be here, do you have anything you want to say?
Anything I want to say? The bonds of yesterday will forge the road to tomorrow. With the ties of
Il y a
friendship
des moments ça
behind
traîne.
us,
Ouais, bah j'ai l'impression que ça
I
traîne
won't
tout le
lose
temps en
to
fait.
anyone.
C'est...
That's a
Ouais,
line from
je
King's
suis pas fan.
Invocations, one of my favorite works.
Et bon, on le fait quand même pour
And
les
it sums
primogènes.
up my thoughts right now.
Might be a good thing that Tainari isn't here, or else he'd give Sino a good.
Oh wow, it's already so late. Everyone's probably running low.
Something similar happened in King of Invocations.
Any thoughts on that, Alhaitham?
I have no thoughts regarding King of Invocations.
Sumeru obviously wasn't asking about.
Deserts are much more dangerous at night, so this competition should be nearing its end. At the
I wonder who the next person to find a disruptor will be.
Wait, only 3 people are left? Tainari forfeited, and Sino's
He also forfeited not long ago.
Tiens.
Paimon can't understand what
Et
he's
pourquoi il
thinking
a
at all.
abandonné Nomade? Ça n'a aucun sens. Ouais, c'est ça. C'est ça qui est décourageant.
But like Alhaitham said, this round.
Ah, on peut aller parler à Leila. J'ai toujours pas compris ce qu'on faisait avec Dory d'ailleurs. Avec Dory. Ouais, je sais pas.
Hello again. You know, it suddenly occurred to me that you guys have had... Really? The desert's getting colder now that night's falling, and the wind can really
Non, je sais même
sting
plus
your
ce qu'on faisait
face
avec
because
Dory.
of all the sand in it. Has anyone finished this round yet?
Sino's already shut one down. Have you made any progress yet?
I circled the whole area, but I didn't find it. But I did have the chance. Well, my fellow Retawahist members must have all put my name forward for different reasons, but be that as it may, I believe that a lot of them and I want to live up to their expectations. I don't want them to regret
Elle est un peu
putting my name
naïve,
down.
Leila. Je pense très clairement que beaucoup de gens l'ont inscrit pour se foutre de sa gueule.
Of
Voilà.
course, that comes
Et
with
malheureusement,
some
c'est ce qui
amount
se
of
passe aussi dans la
pressure
vraie vie.
for sure. But now I've thought about it, I don't feel like this is something I have to do. That may not sound like a huge difference to you, but it's helped me relax a lot.
Well, that's great!
Also, now that I've relaxed,
Ouais, elle est
I'm
très
suddenly
naïve,
really
innocente.
sleepy. I think I'll just...
Ah,
But the competition isn't over yet.
Wait! You're...
Good to see you too. It's nice to be out. Feels like I've been... Well, since I'm here, I guess I should help her finish this. What are we supposed to be doing here? Let me see. Looks like she's based... Come with me, you two.
d'accord.
Do you ever get the feeling that the ley lines have a regular flow? Similar to the way that celestial bodies follow fixed orbits. If we were looking down from on high, I wonder whether we'd find that the ley lines are just the reflections of the stars upon the Earth. Not all astrological phenomena can be directly observed. Some are deductions based on other details that we know. It's the same situation with the ley lines. The parts of them that are hidden underground can be identified via elemental energy, sound, and other phenomena. Plus, now that someone has shut one of the disruptors down,
Elle est
the
partie où?
contrast between before and after can
Là-bas.
provide me with further information still. Let me see. It should be here, I think.
C'est bon? Ouais, c'est bon.
This should be it, right? I'll turn it off. That should restore the ley lines in the area to...
Nice work!
Again, I didn't do any of the real work. I'm just wrapping up. She'll probably wake up soon. No doubt she'll be a little disoriented at first, but once she's got her bearings, she'll go and report that she shut down... will you be staying here for a while?
Oh, time to check our locator. Whoa, it looks like Kaveh and Faro's on her head.
Perhaps they're about to find the last disruptor. Also, speaking of Kaveh...
Why do you...
Before the second round, he had a chat with the other me. He said that worries can be like illnesses. They don't always have a magic cure. Sometimes you just have to endure them as best you can until they
Les
run their
soucis, c'est
course.
comme des maladies.
But the way I see it, his situation is much worse than my other selves. She just hadn't found what she wanted to do at the moment, which is why Kaveh, meanwhile, knows what he wants to do. He's convinced that he has to win, and yet he still seems conflicted. He doesn't have a second personality, but somehow he still seems that he's at odds with himself and so... I don't know exactly how to describe it. It's like he's smiling on
Non.
the outside, but
Ah,
there's no
j'ai
joy
testé un
inside.
peu
Only
Beizou.
sorrow.
Non, il m'intéresse pas. En vrai, KV, il m'intéresse, mais que pour son chara design, mais du coup, je vais pas le pull. Parce que j'ai pas envie d'avoir Beizou non plus, et j'ai envie de garder mes primogèmes. Donc non. Voilà, il m'intéresse pas.
Who knows?
J'attends un rerun de
He
nomade
must
ou les
be more
persos de
experienced than me.
fontaine.
Maybe he's just better at... oh, but back to the topic of wrapping up.
Ouais,
Should
c'est
we
risqué
be
de pull
getting
des
back to
4
the
étoiles, c'est
action
ça.
to record how everything plays out?
Oh, true. Okay then, guess we'll be going... Kaveh and Farozan were super confident at the start, but...
Je dis ça en ayant pull KV. Ah, c'est dangereux. C'est très dangereux. De toute façon, après des 4 étoiles, ils reviennent assez souvent. Enfin, quoi que je dis ça, mais il y a beaucoup de 4 étoiles, ça fait un moment qu'on les a plus vus. Hein. Il commence à en avoir beaucoup. Les 4 étoiles. Pardon. Kaveh et
Should be
Farouzan.
around here.
Finally found it.
Kaveh? Are you?
Oh, Madame Faruzan. And here I thought you...
Faruzan, Kaveh!
Ouais, genre Gorou il revient qu'avec Ito. Farouzan, à mon avis, elle va revenir qu'avec Nomade. Euh, ouais, il y a beaucoup de persos qui reviennent qu'avec certains persos. Mais en même temps, ces persos 4 étoiles, on peut pas les jouer sans les persos. Sarah, ouais, elle revient jamais sans Raiden, c'est vrai. Après, Sarah sans Raiden, tu peux pas vraiment la jouer, c'est comme un Gorou. Gorou sans Ito, il sert à rien. Farouzan sans Nomade, elle sert à rien. Quoique Farouzan, elle peut être utile aussi avec Xiao. Mais voilà. Ouais, il sert pas à grand chose sinon, c'est ça.
Looks like Layla's already done.
I didn't expect that you and I would find a disruptor at the same time. How...
Kainari and Hat Guy forfeited, while Sino and Layla are already done. You two are the only one. Huh? That's weird.
Yes, I kept digging, but instead of finding a disruptor, I found a ruin. I fell down pretty deep, and it was completely dark in there. It took me quite some time to...
Finishing a week's
Elle a
worth
encore
of
tombé
trials
dans
in
une
such a
ruine,
short
elle.
time.
Elle a vraiment pas de bol.
That's pretty amazing, Madame Faruzan.
Je la voudrais C6 pour pouvoir la jouer avec peut-être avec un futur nomade. Ouais. Bah moi nomade, j'ai regretté de pas l'avoir pull. Hein. Donc j'attends un rerun. Mais après s'il n'y a pas de rerun avant Fontaine, tant pis, je prendrai les persos Fontaine. Parce qu'ils sont stylés quand même.
What about you? Why are you so late?
I encountered a lot of lost desert foxes along the way, and I brought them to the outskirts of the competition zone. When I came back, when I woke up, it was already night. I used the last...
A most curious reason indeed. Ah. But are you sure you're
Nomade et
alright?
badass avec Fontaine, ça
It
fait
sounds like you
c'est
were in
ça.
an incredibly dangerous situation.
Clairement ça. Quand je vois les leaks sur Fontaine, je me dis mais c'est
You said
stylé,
you
ils
were
sont
familiar
stylés les
with the
persos, je
desert.
les veux.
The way you handle problems, it does feel rather at odds with...
It was problematic, but that had nothing to do with me being a genius. It was... the way I did things wasn't optimal, but I wouldn't have been comfortable not doing it either. My conscience would have weighed on
Ouais,
me.
on s'ennuie un peu, c'est vrai. Bah, de toute façon, j'y joue plus comme avant à Genshin. Hein. Le contenu, il m'attire beaucoup moins qu'avant. Donc j'espère que Fontaine va vite arriver. On attend que ça maintenant, c'est ça. En vrai, je me connecte de temps en temps pour faire les événements, pour faire les missions quotidiennes. Euh, Je me dis, heureusement que je fais des lives sur Genshin, du coup ça me force à jouer, ça me force à gagner des primogèmes et tout. Parce que je suis sûr, je ferai pas de live, j'y jouerai plus en ce moment. Voilà. Ouais, c'est ça.
But back to the main issue at hand. Since we are both very
Et
certain
on
that this is
casse
where the
Tarel,
final leyline disruptor is,
franchement j'y
let's dig it
joue.
up then.
Mais sur mon téléphone c'est compliqué d'y jouer, sur mon PC pareil, donc j'attends qu'il sorte sur PC. Donc c'est un peu pareil pour on casse Tarel, j'ai un peu délaissé. Donc ouais, je sais pas trop.
Well, this is indeed it. Of that there is no doubt.
Mais apparemment il va bientôt sortir sur la Play, donc
What is it, youngster?
ça devrait être mieux pour
Why
jouer,
did you
j'espère.
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking that this round's fine. There shouldn't be any more innocent creatures getting wrapped up in danger.
Tu vois que ça partout. Bah, après il vient de sortir, donc oui, pour l'instant on le voit partout, on
As
casse
for the
Tarel.
points, I guess we can
Mais
draw lots again later. I can't think of anything better.
mais je sais pas, je sens que Tarel, ça va faire un peu comme Tower of Fantasy. Quand il est sorti, genre pendant allez, un mois on va dire, tout le monde y jouait tout le temps et après plus personne y jouait. Ça a l'air pas mal, mais sans plus pour moi. Ouais, après, c'est pas du tout comme Genshin, donc
Let's all head back to Aru Village. Paimon thinks you'll both need some water and
il
rest.
pourra pas détrôner Genshin, hein. Ça c'est sûr. Niveau popularité et tout, il restera toujours en dessous de Genshin. Et moi franchement j'ai bien aimé hein, le gameplay, tout ça, l'histoire, mais c'est un peu galère pour moi à y jouer. Ah, mais Tower of Fantasy, c'était pareil. Hein.
I wonder who is
J'espère
testing.
aussi que ça va durer un peu
Look
plus,
here,
j'espère pour mes
Madagascar.
yo-yo, parce que franchement, les jeux qu'ils font, c'est des jeux de qualité. Genshin indétrônable. Euh, mais genre Tower of Fantasy, c'était ça. Il y avait tout le monde qui allait sur le jeu quand il est sorti. Tout le monde mettait plein de sous sur le jeu, faisait plein d'invocations. Genre tous les gros youtubeurs ils faisaient ça. C'est arrivé le lendemain, c'est parti. Non, peut-être pas le lendemain, mais genre une semaine après, il y avait plus grand monde qui jouait. Et genre ouais, Tower of Fantasy, c'est arrivé la même chose qu'on Sky. Bon, ça durait moins longtemps. Hein. On Sky pour l'instant, il y a un bel avenir devant lui. Hein.
She went to get water. She'll be back
Mais ouais.
shortly. We basically arrived at the same time, so we'd like to draw lots.
J'abuse, mais ça a vite disparu. Oui, c'est ça, ça a vite disparu. On
I get
Castaret,
caught
on
up in
espère que
something
ça va
so
durer.
easily.
I'm not
Mais je
caught
pense
up
que
in
sur du long
anything.
terme, ça va
Make
durer
it
moins
sound
longtemps
like
que
I
du
take
Genshin.
pleasure in having bad luck.
Parce que
Really?
déjà l'histoire,
Then
parce que
should I
Genshin en
say
vrai
that you
c'est
have a
l'histoire qui me
curious
fait
affinity for
me
drawing
connecter à
lots?
chaque fois qu'il y a une nouvelle quête d'Archon et tout.
I'll go get the box and slip the
C'est l'histoire
paper
qui nous
through the
tient en
locks.
haleine, on veut savoir la
Please
suite.
wait a moment.
Alors qu'en Castaret en fait t'as une histoire par région, on va dire par planète. T'as une histoire différente. T'as pas une intrigue principale. Donc c'est un peu...
Let's see how I fare.
Tu te dis pas ah j'ai envie de voir la suite vu qu'il y a une fin à chaque fois. Donc je pense qu'à cause de ça, ça va pas durer aussi
Did
longtemps
you
que
see
Genshin.
that? I won!
Ouais, c'est plein de petits trucs, c'est des petites histoires par-ci par-là.
Congratulations.
C'est pas une grosse intrigue.
Looks like Kave's luck's taking a turn for the better.
Alors que
Finally!
Genshin, c'est une
After
grosse
all
intrigue,
this
on doit retrouver sa
time!
sœur, qu'est-ce qui arrivait avec l'autre voyageur. Ouais, c'est ça, il y a un gros, et dans cette grosse quête principale, t'as tes sous-quêtes principales dans chaque région. Voilà.
It looks like you've been rewarded for your tribulations in the desert.
Ouais, c'est
This
ça.
round's points are yours.
En vrai, quand tu penses Genshin, c'est la même construction que Honkai Star Rail, hein. Dans chaque région, t'as la quête principale, mais t'as aussi une intrigue qui enveloppe tout le monde de Teyvat en entier.
And with that,
Voilà.
our second round is done. As for the current standings, Sino and Layla both have 4 points, putting them both in first place. The rest in descending order are Tainari. The next round will be the final one.
Mais le
Please rest
nomade,
up fun and every. I heard that some stalls at the Wisdom Gala are debuting.
il a 0 point, lui, je sais pas ce qu'il fait, mais... Ouais, c'est ça, rien de mieux que faire beau. C'est vrai.
It feels like something's been on your mind this entire time.
Tu comprendras à la fin toute la... Oui, bah, je me doute qu'on comprendra à la fin, mais... Et sinon, ouais, Genshin, les monstres, ils sont pas là au hasard. Ils sont logiques par rapport aux régions. Alors que dans Ghost Rail, franchement, t'es dans la ville, et en plein milieu de la ville, t'as un monstre, je sais pas, bizarre. T'as un genre de... Les chevaliers du gouffre, là, j'ai plus leur nom. T'as un truc dans le genre qui se balade dans la ville, je comprends pas. J'ai surtout l'impression qu'en Case Rail, en fait, ils misent tout sur les combats, la méta, tout ça. Et l'histoire est un peu délaissée.
Finally? Did something happen?
Don't you feel like there's something off about this year's Academia extravaganza? When Candace and I were at the cafe earlier, we might have caught sight of some mercs on business. Thing is, they were disguised as tourists here to shop.
Faut qu'avoir que ça pour faire de la déco dans la ville.
But no disguise can mask the stench of blood. Just from their suspicious looks, I bet they do dirty work like kidnapping or assassinations.
Ouais, j'ai surtout l'impression...
We eavesdropped on them for a while.
J'ai surtout l'impression qu'ils mettent moins de budget dans l'histoire, dans Castaril, que Genshin.
Sachin?
Après, peut-être que dans Castari, ils ont moins de... pour Castari, ils ont moins de budget que Genshin aussi, hein. C'est possible.
He's apparently the sponsor behind the competition prizes and the diadem of knowledge.
Sounds like a rich
Parce
person,
qu'en
all
vrai,
right.
Genshin, c'était risqué hein, de
Makes
sortir
sense
un jeu
now.
comme ça. Un gacha open world, ça n'existait pas avant, donc ils
The
savaient pas si
Eremites
ça
have been
allait plaire.
struggling to make ends meet recently.
Ils
So
ont
a
bien
lot
fait
of
de
groups
prendre
have
ce
been
risque,
doing
mais
private work that involves the
peut-être qu'ils ont
rich.
plus trop envie de prendre de risques pour l'instant.
In their words, one gig sets you up for half a year. Just one job like this nets them enough mora to take it easy
Après,
for a
ça reste dans
while.
la lignée des Honkai. Genre Honkai Impact, c'est pareil. Seulement ce qu'est Genshin, ça a sûrement beaucoup de budget. Après, ça dépend, parce que ils ont MiYoYo, le gros studio qu'on connaît, hein, MiYoYo qui font tous les jeux, mais avec ce gros studio, t'as d'autres sous-studios, donc si MiYoYo, le chef, on va dire, euh, donne moins de budget en Castaret qu'à Genshin, bah forcément, ils pourront pas avoir plus de budget. Parce que tout ce que gagne Genshin, ça va chez MiYoYo et ça va pas chez les développeurs de Genshin, on va dire. Enfin, je sais pas si t'as compris, mais...
The extravaganza has brought many tourists to Sumeru City all at once. Dia and I wanted to directly capture them.
Ça va dans les hauts sièges de MiYoYo et ça va pas dans les sous-parties, on va dire. En fait, faut voir ça comme une pyramide. Tout en haut, t'as les patrons et c'est eux qui ramassent tout l'argent en fait. Et en dessous, t'as les jeux, on va dire. T'as une partie Genshin, une partie en Guest Raid et quand il y a l'argent, bah, ça va vers les gros patrons en haut et puis c'est les gros patrons en haut qui redistribuent l'argent pour faire les jeux.
If Sino were here, he'd definitely get involved. Why don't we thanks a million, you two?
Not at all.
Après, c'est une entreprise. Hein. Le but d'une entreprise, c'est de se faire de l'argent. Voilà.
Yeah, don't sweat it. The Eremite's reputation is gonna get even worse if these scumbags but this is Sumeru City. Candace and I don't have as much freedom to act here, so we're...
Should you require our aid, come find us at the...
Paimon's noticed that something's bugging you. Is it the extravaganza? 'Cause Paimon's starting to think that... but thinking like this isn't doing anything.
Allez chercher un mètre... Pardon, chercher un mètre...
Hello, both. It's been a while. Do you have any
La quête
issues
est
to
si
report?
longue, mais oui, elle est longue.
Someone's planning to kidnap Sachin. Goodness. Though I suppose the growing popularity of the extravaganza has given him quite the reputation boost as its sponsor. He's seen as one of these...
Non, je l'ai pas encore fait, non. Je termine celui-là et puis après... De toute façon, après l'autre, le nouvel event là, qui vient de sortir, c'est pas un event dit principal. Hein. Donc en vrai, je le ferai peut-être pas en entier en live, hein. Je le ferai peut-être de mon côté. Je le ferai tout à l'heure si j'ai le temps. Mais... Voilà. Ouais, il nous conseille de le faire, mais on n'est pas obligé. Il y a le petit bouton.
Assuming he remains committed to that promise, then he must be right here in the city somewhere. I suspect that the Eremites in question must...
So, they shouldn't know where Sachin is...
I would assume not. Anyway, Mahamatra Saino is still on vacation. Don't you worry. A couple of kidnappers aren't gonna get very far in Sumeru City these days. I have my ways of forcing them out into the... All of that said, if you're interested in Sachin's story, why don't... The sooner we ascertain his whereabouts, the quicker we can act to ensure his safety. I mean, you could task all the Matra and the whole core of 30 with someone's
J'avais pas vu, tant mieux alors. J'avais pas envie de tout faire. C'est vrai qu'elle est un peu longue, hein, la quête. En vrai, il faut qu'on la finisse avant la prochaine version, la quête, mais... Elle est longue. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Mais pourquoi ma montre, elle pète un câble?
None, I'm afraid. He's never committed any crimes or broken academic protocols, so we don't have a very detailed file on him.
Il y a trop de quêtes aussi, en plus elles sont longues, bah oui.
I've heard that Alhaitham has now stepped down from his post as acting Grand Sage and is back to being the scribe again. Maybe it's worth checking to see if he knows anything.
Good idea! Okay, we'll head back to the extravaganza venue.
Je l'ai pris pendant les grandes vacances et je suis motivé. Ouais, enfin après... ouais, non, après c'est en août que Fontaine est censé sortir. Donc ouais, si t'as quand même le temps. Hein. Après aussi, mon problème, je sais pas si toi c'est pareil, mais je joue pas que à Genshin, je joue à plein d'autres jeux à côté, donc quand sur Genshin il y a rien qui me retient, bah je vais jouer à autre chose.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I don't... He's always the first to leave after the competition ends, and he never tells anyone where he'll be.
Parce que je connais des gens qui jouent que à Genshin. Du coup, eux, c'est sûr qu'ils peuvent finir les quêtes parce qu'ils jouent que à ça, mais c'est triste, je trouve.
To be honest, he doesn't seem very interested in the extra. To him, being a commentator is just extra work he was roped into. Do you guys know of any places he'd go? There's still one more round to go. Would he really go to a tavern in the middle of the competition?
Ouais, t'as pas d'autres gros jeux. En fait, moi, les autres gros jeux, c'est surtout genre du style Zelda, Minecraft, j'y joue beaucoup. Les Sims, oh, ce genre de jeu, moi, en fait, c'est... Il y a des petits jeux narratifs comme ça de temps en temps. Genre, ça dépend de ce qui sort, un peu. Minecraft, une grosse base, bah oui. Qui n'a jamais joué à Minecraft? Enfin, ça existe, hein, mais je comprends pas. Bon, on va se TP, on va éviter de faire n'importe quoi. Oui, Minecraft, t'es obligé de connaître. Et après, Minecraft, j'y joue moins qu'avant. Donc, ok, non, en vrai, non. Non, si c'est vrai, j'y joue moins qu'avant, parce qu'à un moment, je jouais tout le temps, un peu comme Genshin. Hein. Mais je joue toujours très souvent à Minecraft, donc ça va. Après, il y a Roblox aussi. Ah ça, Roblox, j'y jouais tout le temps à un moment.
Oh, it's you two?
Maintenant, j'y joue plus trop.
Come on in, I'll get the door for you.
Ouais, c'est ça, il y a toujours des choses à découvrir. Après, Minecraft, sur le PC en tout cas, quand on peut rajouter des mods, c'est très pratique. Comme ça renouvelle toujours ton expérience de jeu, tu fais jamais la même chose.
Someone from the academia came here looking for Alhaitham, and I opened the door for them.
You're pretty conscientious about it. So, what happens if someone comes inside looking for him while you're at home?
Ouais, bah en fait, la hype avec Roblox, c'est que ça a souvent été comparé à Minecraft, parce que c'était les graphismes assez simples, assez cubiques à la base du jeu. Maintenant, c'est plus du tout comme ça. Et c'est surtout un jeu qui est disponible partout, hein, qui est disponible sur PC, sur Xbox, sur téléphone, sur mobile, tout ça, qui est très facile d'accès. Et, euh, et disons que c'est un jeu avec plein de jeux dedans. En gros, tu vas avoir un Genshin-like, un MMORPG, et à côté, tu vas avoir un Pokémon, par exemple. Voilà, donc c'est pour ça que s'il y a une grosse hype autour, c'est parce que t'as tellement de jeux différents sur Roblox que tu peux que trouver ton bonheur, en fait. C'est tout dans un jeu. C'est ça. C'est tous les. Tu vas dans Roblox, tu cherches, je sais pas moi, un MMORPG, tu vas trouver un MMORPG. Tu cherches un jeu Pokémon, tu vas trouver un jeu Pokémon. Tu cherches un jeu de survie à la Minecraft, tu vas trouver un jeu de survie à la Minecraft. Voilà. Bon, il y a des jeux mieux faits que d'autres, parce que c'est les joueurs qui les font, mais. Voilà. C'est juste ça en fait, la hype. Et à un moment, j'étais très hype par Roblox, mais. Plus trop.
But him, being him. You wouldn't believe what he said. You're always quick to remind me that you're my upperclassman, and yet you do not problem solve in the manner becoming of an upperclassman. This begs the question of why we attach prestige to seniority at all. What does he mean, manner becoming of an upperclassman? What, am I supposed to earn the title of upperclassman? And he didn't stop there. I'd encourage you to reflect on why you've ended up having to rely on luck every round. Frankly, it's incomprehensible to me how you've managed to
Oui,
make it to
comme
this
Fortnite
stage
par exemple.
without acknowledging the
Fortnite, il y a une
proverbial
grosse
elephant in
hype,
the
mais
room
on
of
n'en
your
parle
life.
plus aujourd'hui. J'en entends plus parler, moi. Gartic Phone, j'aime bien. Ah, oui. Est-ce qu'on peut vraiment appeler ça un jeu vidéo? Si, c'est un jeu, si, c'est un jeu vidéo. Mais ouais, quand tu me parles de jeux vidéo, je pense pas tout de suite à Gartic Phone. Mais oui, si, c'est sympa, Gartic Phone. Enfin, jeu vidéo, t'as compris.
I've had it with him. Every time I talk to
Alien,
him,
c'est
it's the
sympa
same
entre
way.
potes.
He finds a way to infuriate me every
Mais,
single time.
mais genre, on y joue 1 heure, pas plus. Ouais, c'est sympa entre potes. Mais après, nous, au bout d'1 heure, on s'en lasse vite.
Anyway,
Donc,
the disdain is very much mutual between us, so I'll be moving out as soon as possible. I'm actually packing my things right now. He'll have to get used to doing his own cleaning and tidying from now on. See those perfectly hung paintings on the walls? They're coming with me
ça
too.
dépend. Ah oui, non, non, personne
His
sait
life
dessiner,
wasn't
nous.
utterly devoid of artistic sensibility already.
Wait, you're moving out already? But the competition isn't even over yet. How can you...
Well, obviously I can't just yet. I'm
Après, il y
just
a un autre
packing
jeu qui me
early to
prend
get
beaucoup
ahead
de
of the
temps,
game.
enfin beaucoup de temps. Que je joue très régulièrement, c'est Just Dance. Il me prend beaucoup de temps. Enfin, beaucoup de temps. C'est l'un des seuls jeux que je joue régulièrement.
I've got my new place picked out already.
Just Dance, c'est
The
bien.
moment I have my hands on the prize money, I'm going to buy it and move my things
Genre, je vais
right
pas
in.
pouvoir genre jouer
It'll take me
comme
3
sur
days tops
Genshin,
to
genre
move
3
out
heures
here to the
d'affilée par
village.
exemple, à Just Dance parce qu'au bout d'un moment tu meurs. Mais genre, j'essaye d'y jouer plusieurs fois par semaine. Genre, je joue plus à Just Dance qu'à Genshin en ce moment par exemple. Donc,
I now know what I have to do to
genre sur une
achieve this
semaine,
goal.
je vais jouer
No
pendant
matter what
5
happens
jours,
in
on
the
va
third
dire.
round, I
Quand j'ai le
will
temps en
win.
fait.
I will emerge triumphant. You'll see.
Well, we'll
Une
be
semaine
rooting
sans
for
cours,
you.
hein, bien sûr, parce que quand il y a les cours, j'ai pas le temps du
Are
tout.
you sure you'll be alright?
In what way?
Layla said that she thinks you'll get caught up in internal
Donc, ouais, avec tous les jeux que je joue,
Meaning what
bah, il y a plus trop de
exactly?
place pour Genshin en ce moment, vu
Don't
qu'il y a
tell me
rien
you think I
d'intéressant.
have serious personality flaws too.
Mais reproduire des danses comme ça, j'y arrive pas. Ah bah, ça s'apprend. Non, moi en vrai, je retiens assez vite les danses quand je les fais. Mais c'est vrai que ma soeur, par exemple, elle les retient beaucoup moins vite. Et elle en connaît beaucoup moins. Just Dance, c'est tout un art, c'est ça. Après, il faut avoir la patience, faut...
Wait, what's so unusual
Après, j'ai
about
aussi
all
la
that?
facilité que
I gave you
j'aime
my
danser, hein,
reasons.
voilà.
I would have felt
J'adore.
guilty otherwise.
Donc,
Where's the
c'est peut-être
conflict
pour
in
ça aussi
that?
que je retiens plus vite, mais... Entre potes, oui, c'est marrant.
Well, when you put it like that, yes, why indeed? It's a good question.
C'est marrant, enfin...
I guess it's just in my nature.
Après,
Plus, if I just did nothing,
c'est pas la
then
même
there'd
chose,
be
genre
no
si t'as
escaping
tous
the
tes potes qui
blame if
jouent à Just
something
Dance et
bad
qui
came to
connaissent
it
aussi
later
les
down the
chorés,
line.
et tous tes potes comme moi, qui ne connaissent rien, c'est pas la même expérience, mais c'est marrant quand même.
Thinking like that all the time must make your life so exhausting. Not to mention that by helping out, you put yourself at risk.
It's complicated. Look, let's maybe leave this conversation for another time. What was it you needed Alhatham's help with, anyway?
C'est ça, c'est plus drôle qu'on sait pas faire.
Huh. He did actually mention a Sachin recently. I remember he brought a few documents home that day. He was thinking out loud as he looked through them, making some notes and doodling as he went. He even suggested that I should take a look, but I didn't. Give me a moment. Let me go find them.
Ouais, c'est ça. Among Us, c'est bien. C'est génial pour le genre de pote, mais si t'es pas assez,
This is the one.
c'est compliqué.
With taking liberties? He's certainly okay with helping himself to... And anyway, he did ask me if I wanted to read his notes. I didn't see the point at the time, so he doesn't leave
Bon,
documents
c'est long
lying
là
around unless he's
qu'avait
okay with
super
other
abrégé.
people reading them. It's fine, I promise.
Ouais, le loup-garou, ouais. Si, loup-garou, c'est bien. Surtout quand on fait un loup-garou RP, ça part toujours en cacahuète, mais c'est pas mal.
What? Are you all of Sachin's wealth? That's more than I could spend in a lifetime, surely. Heck, if I got chosen, I'd be able to pay off all my debts, then buy a new place, and still have cash to burn.
À la fin, ça part en n'importe quoi, mais c'est bien. Oui, c'est bien.
I could build another palace of Alcazar's array, except this time
Après, des petits
I'd
jeux
make
comme
it
ça
10
entre
times
potes, il y en a
bigger.
plein. Ouais, quand on est beaucoup, c'est génial le loup-garou. J'avais fait ça en seconde. Le dernier jour de cours, on avait fait un goûter, tout ça, et il y en a des qui avaient ramené un petit jeu de société et un qui avait ramené un loup-garou. Et donc on s'est dit, bah on va faire un loup-garou. Puis en plus, il y avait pas grand monde dans le lycée, vu qu'on était une semaine. Une semaine, il y avait des gens, et puis une semaine après, il y en avait d'autres. Bref, on n'était pas la classe entière, on était en groupe, mais comme c'était le dernier jour, il y a des gens de l'autre groupe qui sont arrivés, enfin... Nous, voilà, c'était un peu le bordel, hein, c'était le Covid. Mais en gros, on était... sauf que la prof, du coup, quand elle a vu qu'on allait jouer au loup-garou, on a essayé de faire de la place dans la salle. Ouais, pas entière du coup, mais bon, ouais, c'est ça. Donc on a essayé de faire la place dans la salle de classe, sauf qu'on a vu qu'il n'y avait pas assez de place en fait pour faire un rond, pour que tout le monde puisse s'entendre, tout ça, pour jouer correctement. Donc on est descendu dans la récré. Et on a été jouer dans la récré, dans l'herbe. Voilà, il y a un coin d'herbe dans la récré, donc on a été jouer là-bas. C'était sympa. Le Covid, une bonne époque, ouais, c'est ça. Ouais, c'était sympa.
You're right. First, I need to focus on winning and moving out.
Mais c'est vrai que des fois, je me dis, le confinement, ça me manque. Je sais pas si c'est grave, mais c'était sympa en vrai, le confinement. Ouais, non, mais il faisait super beau, il y avait grand soleil, tout ça. J'ai même attrapé un coup de soleil, mais je me rappelle de ce coup de soleil, il m'a fait très mal pendant très longtemps.
Let me see. Huh. Lofty ideals may provide no defense. There's another small... We worked
Bon, ils
together
veulent
on
pas
a
abréger avec
project once
KV,
when we
là,
were
c'est long.
Who knows? The way his mind works is one of the great myths.
Guess we've learned all we can here. Yeah, he better catch those crooks. But until then, let's just head out for a stroll.
Ouais, c'est ça. Ah, on a fini l'acte 2. Ah, c'était que l'acte 2. Allez, c'est parti pour l'acte 3. On termine ça et puis voilà. 7 heures. Il reste l'acte 3, ouais. Il est quelle heure? 15h05. Oh, déjà? Il est déjà cette heure-ci? Ouais, enfin, je pense pas. Je pense pas pouvoir commencer l'autre event aujourd'hui. J'avais pas vu qu'il était déjà 16h presque. Le troisième acte sera sans moi. Oh, dommage. Merci d'être passé du coup.
Ah, you're here. Sorry, I was just about to send someone to inform you. I only just finished interrogating the suspects.
Une belle animation. Eh ben, je vais rester juste pour l'animation. Voilà, je continue juste pour l'animation.
Well, lots of unexpected deeds. The mercs themselves were surprisingly easy to catch. We just had someone dress up as Sachin and they took the bait.
Merci. Merci encore d'être passé. À bientôt.
But then it starts to get messy. During the interrogation, we learned that they were hired by Sachin's own child.
What? Why would someone want to kidnap their own father?
It's anybody's guess at this point. In any event, apparently the guys we caught are just the tip of the iceberg. Most of them are still snooping around outside the city. We're diverting manpower as we speak to try and round them all up. Would you like to come along?
Sure. Let's go get to
Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? Le tournoi il se transforme en opération commando là. Bref. C'est où je veux passer. Allez, c'est parti.
Are you sure this is the right place? Something feels off.
I'm positive. But I don't understand why they're all unconscious on the ground.
Boss, we got more company.
Look, we were just doing what we were paid to do. You're punishing the wrong people here. You want the real culprit? It's this guy.
What happened? Who beat you all up?
Wait, you mean you aren't with that?
With who? Who did this?
First there was this flying brat. Didn't bother asking any questions, just started throwing punches. After that, some guy wearing green came along and interrogated.
I've got the confirmation I needed. This is the one who masterminded this whole plot. Jawan, if you have any questions for him, now's your chance to ask them. When you're done, I'm arresting them all and taking them back.
So why did you hire people to kidnap Sachin?
What do you think? 20 years ago, he upped and left to go and live a carefree life. Not giving a second thought, as if that's not bad enough already. He went and put his entire fortune in the care of the academia, along with a contract saying that one day he'd pass it all on to a genius here. That's my inheritance. By rights. You expect me to sit back and watch it go to someone else? If he won't give me what's mine, I'll just have to take it from him. Of course! Didn't he say he would be here somewhere, watching the champ? So, I figured I'd get some people to nab him. Then I make him change the contract. And if the academia doesn't agree to hand over the goods, I make him publicly announce that I'm his chosen genius. No, the old fart knows how to stay hidden. I'll give him that. He's probably
encore une histoire d'argent.
I already thought he'd gone mad 20 years ago. And who knows what a diadem of knowledge. You mean that thing he don't... Well, I can tell you that it's very expensive. He sold a lot of... Weird things started happening after he brought it home, too. For example, sometimes we'd hear a high-pitched voice coming from... Also, before donating it to the academia, he once shut himself in that same store. Something was already seriously wrong with him by that point. Nothing he did shocked me.
What do you mean, something wrong?
I only have a vague memory of it, since I was very young at the time. But I have the impression that he went out into the desert for research. When he finally did return, he was a changed person. He would mumble incomprehensibly. I asked if I could see what he'd written, but he chased me out of the room. Later, he went out somewhere and took his written essays with him. Part of me wonders whether he'd already stopped being my father by that point. Perhaps the man we called Sachin was a demon from the...
Okay, you can stop now.
You can believe me or not. Doesn't matter to me. I told you all I know. But if you do see whatever it is that he's researching out there, he'll always be garbage in my eyes.
You finished? In that case, come with us. Well, we finally caught the guy behind all this. Thanks for providing us with the critical information. Do you still have any lingering concerns?
Yeah! Al-Haytham's notes!
Scribe Al-Haytham looked into this matter. Understood. Well, if you believe there to be an issue with the diadem,
That makes sense. Okay then, let's get back to the venue. We need to tell Karina...
You're finally back. Where have you been? I looked everywhere for you. The third round's already started.
We were out capturing some bad guys who wanted to kidnap Sachin. But that's not important right now. We think there might be something wrong with the Diadem of Knowledge, and we'd like to investigate it.
The diadem? That seems unlikely. The Diadem of Knowledge has been used in every extravaganza over the last 2 decades, always without incident. Why has this come up now? Okay, here's the situation. The diadem is currently in Mount Ima Forest. We moved it there before in the third round, contestants have to go into Mount Ima Forest, find the diadem, bring it back, and place it on the stand. The first person to do this, considering how close the scores are between our contestants, whoever wins this round is very likely to be the winner of the whole competition. As such, I suspect competition to be very fierce. You might not make it in time. I'll mark the diadem's location for you. Please head there immediately.
All right, let's go. That's weird. The locator's... Uh-oh. This place looks empty. Did someone already take it? Well, we might as well head back and see if anyone's turned it in.
Looks like Layla sees the diadem.
C'est Layla qui est là.
But getting to the goal won't be easy.
Ah oui, il se bat dans le d'accord.
That guy enters the fray.
La Rosa n'est pas contente. Et dis donc, personne ne peut l'arrêter, Nomade.
Horizon's device has gone haywire.
Ah.
The competition is heating up. Oh. And here's Kaveh bringing up the rear.
It's Kave's toolbox! Throwing the diadem to its owner!
Ouais, c'est Café qui a gagné. Allez, Café! Ah.
Yes, that's right. Put the diadem in place, and you shall gain all you desire.
Who are you? I need you to get out of my head!
I am confident that you will not disappoint me.
What just happened to me?
Something's wrong.
At long last, someone to inherit my... Come, Kaveh. Come to me, my...
How do you know my name?
I am Sachin. Well,
Ah, mais
to
il
be
est mort,
precise,
Sachin.
I am but a fragment of Sachin's fate.
Non,
Is
il
a
est pas
curious
mort.
thing. Seeing you reminds me of another I once met. But you are made of sterner stuff than he. More cognizant of the trial. We meet for the first time, children. But what I mean to say now is of utmost importance. So please, you have all performed outstandingly in this Interdashon Championship. The Academia has many rare talents among its ranks. But if I were to choose a successor, I would choose you, Kaveh. Not only because you were victorious, but also due to...
Me? Similar to you?
Why, yes. Both of us have the misfortune to be idealists. And that is the source of our... 28 years ago, I came to the desert and lived there for 8 full years. What do you think I saw there? Conflict over water sources, robbing of merchant caravans, exploitation of the people relentlessly, day after day. Beyond the wall of Samiel lay a complete... The things I witnessed there tormented me greatly. I wished desperately to find a way to save them.
So, did you...
As a Vahumana scholar, I tried to use Vahumana knowledge to find the answer. I researched history and anthropology, performed countless experiments on human nature, and even sought out the scholars living deep in the But in the end, I found that the answer I sought... It was not possible to simply assign blame for these transgressions to any one party, for the sins are carved into humanity's very nature. Our nature begets conflict, and conflict begets destruction. The aim of my research was to draw lessons from history. But what I discovered was that history offers no such... After this realization, I could no longer see the meaning in anything that I had ever learned. Consumed by an overwhelming sense of emptiness. But before I went through with it, a strange twist of fate led me to come into the possession of this diadem, which has the ability to preserve part of one's consciousness into it.
As I thought, the contract you signed with the Academia was in essence your will. But if you'd given up hope on this world, why did you feel the need to do this?
I mentioned that I had performed a great many experiments concerning human nature. You may regard this as the very last experiment of them all. The Academia has no shortage of genius talents.
I see. So you desired a successor who was not only a genius, but who also understood the suffering of ordinary people. Such a person would have a clearer...
Huh?
But did you ever consider that wealth numbs the human heart to the pain in the world? Even an idealist may be incapable of following through on your wishes after inheriting your wealth.
You are highly intelligent, yet you are not the sort of person who would understand my line of thinking. To me, this is also part of the experiment. Part of my investigation into whether my successor suffers as a consequence of my research, or succumbs to an indulgence in pleasure-seeking. My research will have I grieve the fundamental sickness of the world. I regret the unbearable weight of its... And this, Kaveh, my dear child.
You're absolutely certain that you want to give me everything?
I have faith in what I see in you. Now wear the diadem, Kaveh, and complete the...
Ah, la suite.
Will the verdict I reached cause you suffering? Or will this newfound wealth numb your heart? I look forward to your answer. All of my research materials are being stored at our...
Huh?
I've heard enough! My life's enough of a mess already. The last thing I need is more suffering. Keep your Mora. I don't need it. Didn't you say that you saw a lot of people in pain? Well, if that's the case, then your wealth can go to them.
Il a quand même cassé la couronne. Hein.
I guess. Are you all right? Any physical
I'm fine. Thanks, Tainari. Don't worry about...
Don't push yourself too hard.
Kaveh.
Kaveh may have broken the diadem, but he successfully completed the task. According to the rules, this makes him the victor of round 3. Points-wise, this also, as the champion and Sachin's personally designated successor, Kaveh has obtained the rights to inherit. For the avoidance of doubt, can you confirm that it is your intention to donate all of Sachin's wealth?
Like I said, he thought that the world is a bad place. Well then, rejecting the world will achieve nothing. He and I...
All right. As the scribe, I will make a record of... The sages will contact you in person for details on how exactly Sachin's estate...
That sounds fine. I don't know if his research findings were right, nor would I know how to finish his research for him. But what I do know is that by ending this here, no contestants will have to suffer. We won't be the last. There will be more championships to come, and countless future scholars will follow in our footsteps. Sachin's words can only cause pain, but not anymore. We're all scholars here. I know full well that shutting down his views like this is autocratic and arrogant. Fine, it's the least I can do. And, well...
Well said. What you've expressed is a sense of justice and idealism. I say this despite the fact that, in my view, it's quite ridiculous. You have long been a... Nevertheless, your perspective is well suited to appearing in a victory speech. Contestant Kaveh.
What? Please. Anyway, this isn't the time or place for debates. Keep your commentary focused on the competition, not my views.
Congratulations, Kaveh. Also, you'll need to prepare for the award ceremony.
Looks like the ceremony will be held at the main...
Thank you all for your excellent performance. And that brings this year's Interdarshan...
On est le seul public. Il n'y a pas grand monde dans le public.
Finally, it gives me great pleasure to invite our champion, Kaveh, to the stage to receive his award. Typically at this point, we would crown our champion with the diadem as well as presenting them with their award. However, we have just received word that Kaveh has inherited Sachin's estate and made the decision to donate it.
Sachin's estate is getting
So much more. And he gave it.
Kaveh's generosity will give many struggling families the chance to change their lives for the better. Of course, without the diadem and prize money to present, this makes the award ceremony a little more concise than expected. Would you like to say a few words, Kaveh? I'm sure many of our audience, like myself, are curious to learn why you decided.
I'm not entirely sure what I should say under these circumstances. I'm glad to have won, even though I'd say luck played it. As for why I want to give the Mora away, I don't support Sachin's views, and I don't want to take his Mora. With a lot of things in life, people need to experience them for themselves. It shouldn't be up. Anyway, this isn't really the time and place for such weighty and complicated topics. So,
Oh, Kaveh, just one moment. While this is a short and sweet award ceremony, we do still have a prize to present you with. Please take this limited edition Genius Invocation TCG card.
Ah là, Sino.
Additionally, your champion status will be logged in your record. This means that the sages will give priority consideration to any future project proposals you submit.
all right, I'll take the card. But as for project...
In that case, I declare the award ceremony over. Let's give our champion...
Bravo.
I still don't really get it. The sum of Mora would have been enough for me to live in luxury for my...
That just means you're not strange enough to understand the way that geniuses think. Come on, we've still got the whole Wisdom Gala to explore.
Le gala de l'académie, qu'est-ce que c'est encore?
Glad that's over. I think I'm quite good at giving speeches, but...
Do you mean that you're still exhausted from the competition? Honestly, you don't look happy at all, but whatever else happened...
I suppose... oh, wait.
So you're gonna give it to him? But if it's a rare one, you should...
Why would I do that? It's of no use to me whatsoever. I may as well just give it to him.
Whoa! This is a super big deal! You should do it yourself!
Huh? But I was gonna rest for a while longer. Hey, stop pulling my hair!
What you looking at, Sino?
I'm still thinking about the Sachin issue.
Well, they gave me this limited edition Genius Invocation card, and I...
But it's a limited edition.
What else would I do with it? I have no use for it.
But it's limited edition. Kaveh, are you in trouble? You don't have to do all this. Just...
that's not what I meant at all. Yes, I have all sorts of problems, but that has absolutely nothing to do...
All right. In that case, But now that I realize that you have no concept of its value, I cannot simply... How about this? I shall buy it from you at a fair price.
Oh, come on. It's just one card. How much could it really be worth?
1 million more at the very least.
How much?
1 million more?
If you feel that's too low,
1 million Mora for a card? But you already have a whole bunch of these, shiny ones.
Not every card is this valuable, and some cards are exquisitely designed, but...
Huh. Well, I guess they must pay you plenty to be General Mahamatra. But really, it's fine. I'd feel bad taking Mora from a friend.
Don't feel bad. I save a lot. I can spare the Mora for...
You don't spend all your savings on your hobbies, do you? You should watch that, you know. You definitely don't want to end up borrowing money in a moment of impulsivity.
Sounds like you're speaking from personal experience. In that case, maybe you're the one who should be listening to your advice. In any case, I, Sino, will take this precious card, and it shall join the deck of destiny. Kaveh, come with me in a few moments to collect the Mora.
All right, if you insist. Far be it from me to refuse your courtesy any further. Well, at least I'll be able to keep on top of my bills this month. Maybe I'll even have some left over.
Well, this is what they call all's well. Paimon wonders how the other contestants are they're doing. Let's go check.
Est-ce que c'est bientôt fini? Là, il a gagné, c'est bon.
I'm telling you, you can't go wrong taking advice from me on what to wear. Back in the day, my fashion style was considered cutting.
Really? Well, then, sure, Madame Farzan.
Farazan! Niru! Even Dia and Candace are here!
Candace and I bumped into these two while we were strolling through the streets. Madame Farzan here's pretty friendly. When she heard that we were buying clothes, she...
I don't really see anything I'm familiar with. Let's go with the plain fabric as our base. And embroider red and pink flowers on. Oh, and some green leaves.
Oh, wait a sec. You sure that's the latest style? That sounds a lot like what...
Don't worry. This style is a timeless classic.
No thanks.
Wait. Madame Farzan's right. That style is a classic. If you don't mind, how about I pick some clothes out for everyone? It's not often that we get to meet up, especially since Candace rarely makes it to Sumeru City.
Sure.
I'll come with you to have a look. One always has to keep on top of what the youth of today are into.
Madame Farazan? Come quick! She's over here!
Who are you?
We're new in the academia. We saw all the amazing things you did during the competition.
Of course I do.
That's great! We can't wait. What's your area of research?
I'm from Haravatat.
Huh? But you seem like an expert in machines. Wait, sorry. I remember now. Oh, their classes are so boring, though. I'm sorry, ma'am. Let me know if you run any other classes in the future.
I knew it. What about you? Aren't you going to leave with your friend?
I think you're amazing, Madame Farazan. And I'd like to learn from you. I can take the class you're teaching as an option, even though cross-darshan lessons might be a little tough to arrange.
I see. You're a good egg, child. Don't worry.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Well, I won't disturb you any...
I don't quite understand what happened there, but...
Traveler, Paimon, would you two like to come and pick out some clothes?
Sorry, we can't. We've got a meal with Kave later. And oh, by the way...
I don't know where Hakai went, but she was hanging out with some other Ratahoa students.
Ratahoa students? They must be the... Oh, she didn't end up winning, so... Paimon...
Sorry, everyone.
Oh, stop it. If you're going to beat yourself up after doing as well as you did, how bad does that make us look, huh? Heck, it's not like...
I didn't see the whole thing, but you were the only contestant who scored points in both the first two rounds, right? And I heard that you actually found the diadem first in round 3. You came so...
I just got lucky, I think.
That can't be true. You had some really stiff competition out there. The renowned Tainari from Amorta, even Sino the General Mahamatra was getting points off them is a huge achievement. The way I see it, people aren't exaggerating one bit with the nicknames they get.
Oh, thanks a lot. But I really don't think I qualify as a genius. In the second round...
Ah, come on. Don't be so hard on yourself. We've decided we're taking you out to celebrate, and that's final. Let's go. Cheer up, Layla. The rest of...
Looks like things are going well for Layla. I haven't seen Hakai since the end of the competition.
Are you sure you have enough to cover this? Don't
worry. I budgeted very carefully, and this is well within my means. Anyway, I've lost count of how many times you've treated me. Oh, Traveler! Paimon! Over here!
Ooh, look at all this! Good food here!
I heard that you went to see the other contestants. How's everyone?
Farazan found herself a student, and Layla's classmates are bowled over by how well she did. We could've...
Alhaitham's gone missing in action, too. Huh. The one time I'm actually in a good enough mood to treat him to a nice meal. That guy. Where the heck could he have gone? Well, whatever. He can...
You shocked me a little when you hurled the diadem to the ground. On further reflection, of course, it made sense, but at the time I was expecting it.
Sachine's voice started talking to me inside my head from the moment I picked it up. I could feel his emotions, too. It was a mix. He bombarded me with his ideas relentlessly, like he was trying to brainwash me. It gave me a splitting. Like I was saying at the time, his views are not necessarily completely without value. But if all his research does is lead to misfortune...
If his forbidden research were to spread in a harmful form and cause people to suffer, the Matra would step in and ban it.
I think you did the right thing. I suppose another way to approach it would have been to claim that you agreed to inherit his research, but give up the research as soon as you've inherited. I won't comment on his theories or experiments, but I don't believe that he was careless in his choice of candidate. He chose you. That means he knew.
Perhaps. I just think that if you accept someone else's things, you should honor their wishes.
That's a good thing. It means that you have integrity.
Thank you, oh my god, thank you. See, you get me, Kale. It's a good thing Alhaitham isn't here right now. He'd be quick to explain why you're wrong.
Seems like you always include him in the conversation, even when he isn't.
Yep. No dinner with Kaveh is complete without a few words about Alhaitham.
I sense that Alhaitham has in fact been here with us.
He's here? Where? Why didn't you tell me?
He lives rent-free in each of our hearts.
That was horrifying.
Good thing you didn't say that before we started eating. That would have killed the mood in a heart.
All right, enough about Alhaitham. Tighnari, did you achieve...
I did, in the first round, in fact. Word of mouth proved very effective. I spoke to a handful of people, they told their friends, and so on. Now, are you free next month? You should come along.
About what? I don't know the first thing about anything Amorta.
Just play to your strengths. For instance, you could talk about the distinguishing features of rainforest architecture. Or ask everyone not to chop down.
Oh, well, that's no problem. Sure, I'll make time. Has everyone had enough to eat? I can order more if anyone's still hungry.
I'm full. Thanks. I'm super full, too. If only we could eat like this.
Yeah, we should do this more often. Work will always be there, but seeing friends is important too.
Sounds good. We should pick a few other places as...
There are other good places around here too? Oh, and don't forget to invite us if you go.
Kaveh, do you have plans after this?
I was thinking of maybe going to the academia for some alone time. Nothing set in stone, though. Why do you ask?
It looks like this Inter-Darshan Championship's a wrap. All that stuff with Sachin and the diadem got sorted too. Have you still got anything? Oh, right. Yeah, Sachin said that he placed his research materials at somewhere beginning with... It might be dangerous if someone finds his old research stash, right? Holy smokes, you're right. All right then, let's head off to our...
Oh, mais c'est pas possible, j'en ai marre. Arrêtez de me faire déplacer partout. Faites que cette quête se termine et vite.
Didn't expect to run into you here.
Oh, hey, them. What are you doing? And what are you reading?
Sachin's notes. I came across his profile while I was organizing some documents. If it wasn't for that, I never would have agreed to being a commentator. I had a hunch after seeing the fragment of his mind, and sure enough...
Wait! So, are you alright? How do you feel?
I think you may have misunderstood something. The reason Sachin chose that architect to inherit his research was that only he could really empathize with both the calamity and the humanity that these nodes see. Only one who resonates with these sentiments would suffer and begin to think of history as bleak, the present as perplexing, and the future as pessimistic. Empathy is a double-edged sword. Clearly, I am not the same sort of person as Sachin was. Empaths have many friends, and their wide social circle comes with certain societal advantages. But this also makes it hard for them to achieve their goals.
Why's that?
All important things in life involve other people. As such, it's extremely difficult to live a life that causes no harm whatsoever. If you really want to achieve your goals, you have to be prepared to make enemies along the way. Not everyone can, and that reality is like the material here. Objective, heavy, negative. But, at the...
So, what are your thoughts now that you've read it?
As a scholar, Sachin was, without a doubt, a genius. He laid the blame for the darkness in the world's school.
So, people are bad? And things can...
That is not a question for me to answer. Someone else will arrive shortly. You can ask. All I will say is that the world is not built on correctness alone. Sometimes, lofty ideals may provide no defense at all against nihilism, but perhaps by their own choice, the idealist seeks to bring happiness to all while denying themselves the same. Thus, they shall never reach... I've never been able to agree with certain philosophies. Even Sachin himself struggled to comprehend. But sadly, all viewpoints will find their supporters, and the way we see the world largely decides... Alright then, I got what I came for.
Wait, so you came here just to read this stuff? You missed out on a big get-together, you know.
Get-together? Ah, yes.
Guess what? Kaveh treated everyone this time.
Then I'm sure he packed up the leftovers for me. See ya.
And there he goes. Well, seems like he really wasn't affected by this research. He said that someone else would answer our question.
Night nomade.
Traveler, Paimon, you're already here. Nihira! Oh, and Haka. Wait, so you asked him to take part in the champion? Yes, it was me. Did you know that there was something wrong with the diadem from the start? And if so, why didn't you... Because Sachin's research is not mistaken. He spent his entire life... These are the crystallization of his wisdom. Yes, I was worried that the material might cause some disruption, but I didn't want to wipe away all his hard work searching. So instead, I had Hat Guy here help me.
Seriously? I think you can stop calling me that now.
Why? Don't you like it? Well, anyway, if Sachin's chosen successor hadn't been able to handle his research, or if it had brought pain to more people, he would have intervened at a suitable moment.
And after all that, the person Sachin chose turned...
I was also hoping that this could be an opportunity for you to learn how to interact with people normally.
That wasn't necessary. I'm still paying you back for your help. And the last thing I need...
Nita, what did you mean by Sachin's research is not mistaken? Put it this way instead. Truth to me is like a shroom boar. Some people only see the mushroom on the shroom boar's back, and they conclude that the shroom boar is a mushroom. Others see only the shroom boar's body, and they declare that still others look deeper inside, and determine that a shroom boar is... These conclusions are all correct in their own way, but none of them objective... Paimon kinda gets it. The world is the same way. No one, not even I included, can understand it in its within the confines of our limited knowledge. Some may blindly believe in the beauty of this world, and others may focus only on its... In truth, the most important thing isn't what state the world is in now, but what people ultimately My duty as the god of wisdom is to guide every form of...
That was a long speech. So what are you actually...
Because Kaveh, as the successor of this research, does not... But even though Sachin's research could be considered negative wisdom, it is still a building block of the truth. If someone wishes to follow in his... I also look forward to...
Vahumana doesn't have that kind of... I don't remember signing up to become a scholar.
Oh boy, here. You think so? Well, to that, I would say that in Sumeru, I hope that your studies in Vahumana will help you deal with your own fate and learn how best to settle old debts from your past. I will reveal your final thesis myself. I'm expecting great things from you, Mr. Hat.
Ok, c'est fini. Et ben c'était long. Ouais, donc finalement il a fait exprès de perdre juste pour surveiller le tournoi, en gros. Ok. Ouais, donc il me reste à finir tout ça, mais... J'ai pas encore fait. Il reste combien de temps? 4 jours? Ouais, bah je le finirai de mon côté. Là j'ai plus le temps, je dois m'arrêter. Quand le rideau tombe, pardon. C'est pas fini? Comment ça? C'est quoi ça? Quand le rideau tombe? Oh, ça je les ferai de mon côté, hein. On les fera peut-être samedi, si on peut. Ouais. Parce que du coup, samedi, je vais faire un live sur Genshin. Vu que je n'ai pas encore trouvé de jeu à faire. Donc on fera un live sur Genshin. On fera sûrement de l'exploration, du team. On terminera les quêtes secondaires de cet événement. Et puis voilà. On verra bien. Donc voilà, j'espère que ce live vous a plu. Bon, c'était pas le meilleur événement du tout. Un peu chiant l'événement. Mais bon, voilà. Donc on se retrouve samedi pour un prochain live sur Genshin. Du coup, vu que j'ai pas encore trouvé sur quel jeu on allait jouer. Et puis comme il y a Zelda qui sort vendredi, j'ai pas trop envie de commencer un autre jeu tout de suite. Voilà. Donc on se retrouve pour Genshin samedi aussi. Allez. Allez, voilà. Bah voilà, bah, c'est tout. Et puis du coup, mercredi prochain, normalement, on fait la quête de Beizou. J'allais dire KV, mais non, c'est Beizou. Voilà, normalement, on fait la quête de Beizou. Hein, et on a aussi Leila à faire. Ouais. Et ben, ce sera Beizou hein, avant. Voilà, donc mercredi, ce sera la quête de Beizou. Bon, allez. J'espère que le live vous a plu. Et je vous dis à plus pour un prochain live. Allez, salut! Salut Océane!